Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing a pick a card with the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck as well as tarot. And what I normally do here is I will put out 3 cards, and sometimes I choose them, sometimes I pick them randomly like I did today, and we will do the tarot portion of your reading first, and then we will check out the meaning of the oracle card that you picked to go to your reading. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you would like to choose between these 3, we have 1, taking chances, 2 is change, and 3 is illumination. Okay, there's timestamps for you below if you want to just pop straight along. Thanks everybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, etc. That's been really helpful. Thank you very much. I'm hoping to grow the channel with more variety of videos later on down the line, but for now we're doing our little slightly shorter format of pick a card for you if you haven't got time to sit through a long reading. Okay, so you can book a personal reading with me. I have a website which is listed below, or you can contact me via my Facebook page. Other than that, I don't have any other social media stuff set up to contact you via, so just so you know, that's the only way to reach me at the moment for readings and things like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into today's reading and see what we have. Alright, we'll start with you, pile 1. This is your card that you've chosen. As I said, I picked it out randomly. I'll just see where it is. Here we go. Picked it out randomly, and this just so happens to be the card taking risks. Okay, so what we're going to do is pop it through over here. Whoop. Like there. We'll put it there, and we are going to draw out 4 cards today, and we will get clarification on them if need be. But we're going to do just a pared down version of current energies and things. And we are going to have, as I said, 4 cards to make up this reading for you today. We're going to be starting with the card which is your energy, which has brought you here, which kind of sums up, where you're coming from, definitely in terms of energy. So let's see, whatever this is pertaining to, this is your energy regarding this, whether it's general, whether it's something specific you have in mind. This is kind of summing you up right at the moment. Okay, so let's check out what it's got for you. So pile 1, the first card being you, your energy. I have got the 10 of Cups here, which is quite a nice positive start, because it's kind of like celebration, reason to sort of celebrate after things have been difficult, and kind of an abundance of happiness and things coming your way. So if you're not already sort of over a difficult period, and you're kind of seeing the fun in life and things again, it feels like you're going to be. And what have we got that is blocking or challenging pile 1 at the moment, please? I've got the 6 of Cups. Alright, and what is something that you need to focus on? It's going to be positive in this particular placement. So something good that's happening, something good, positive stuff to focus on to help you overcome any blockages. Is the 4 of Cups. So it's a very emotional, it could be love, family, something sort of that is all up in your feelings right now, with all these cups coming out. And even though that 4 of Cups is technically, I wouldn't say, it's kind of not the most positive card, but it's in the area of positivity and something to focus on. So that's going to be interesting to find out what that's pertaining to today. And then after all these, outcome is the Queen of Cups. There's just all cups. This is a very emotional We have taking risks, so I'm really interested to find out what that is about as well, whether that has a link to what we're doing now, or whether that is an additional message. So let's see, let's have a look. So there is just one suit here for you, and that is just the cups. So it's about your emotions, your intuition. It could be about personal relationships, your interaction with others, etc. And what is most important to you, what makes you happy deep down, and things like that, and what is going to be something inspirational, or something that you feel is right for you in your gut, things like that. And having the 10 of cups here as representing you, it feels like, I would say this is kind of your goal, your dream, is to find happiness after a difficult time. So let me just clarify, because I do want to clarify the Queen of Cups, whether that is a person that's going to be in your life or is in your life, or whether this is a merely like your energy going forward from this, because it's an advancement from the 10 of Cups to the Queen of Cups. So there's definitely improvements coming for you. I just want to know how and what they are. So let's see, why have we got the 10 of Cups in the position of the pile one's energy, please? Oh, okay, I'll take those. So the Emperor came throwing itself out, and this one landed exactly on the 10 of Cups, so I'm taking that as the Sun. Oh my gosh, so you've got the Sun and the Emperor, which makes me feel like I want to say that, you know, there is this element here of you, with the Emperor being out here too, is you are ready to pursue your happiness. With the Sun here, it's like you're taking matters into your own hands, and it's like maybe it's now time for you to decide what happiness looks like for you, and how to go about getting it for yourself, rather than waiting for someone else to come along and make you happy. It feels like this happiness is coming from within. It's the Sun, it's the confidence, it's about releasing that inner child and allowing life to be joyful again, and things like that, and hopeful. And it's a brave thing to do. It's like acting in your own integrity in that, and being true to who you really are, and letting that shine out of you in order to find your happiness and help you along the journey to happiness. And you have this Emperor here who's really prepared for anything, who is ready to lead, you know, and to be that inspiration for others, and set forward on his path, and others will follow. And he's very confident as well, again, confident, very steadfast and resilient, and has what it takes to lead, has what it takes to grasp back control over life and things like that. So that's kind of all coming out on this particular 10 of Cups. So I feel like you finally just sort of, you understand now what you need to make you truly happy, and it's definitely something that has to begin, emanate from within you. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling there, is that with the Sun and the Emperor there, this is autonomy. So this is you making your happiness, making your fortunes come to life, rather than waiting for external and outside influences to come along and rescue you, or come and make things better, etc. So this is a very powerful energy here that we have to begin with this, you know, this taking risks. You know, it's about being brave and going out there and getting, you know, making life what you want it to be. So I will check the card obviously at the end, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. In terms of what's holding you back or maybe challenging you, you've got this Six of Cups. So maybe things, you know, maybe not wanting to leave things behind that have been comfortable for you, or like reassuring. It's kind of where, you know, in a place where you feel safe, and you feel like you things are balanced and harmonious, but you know, obviously there's something missing for you to want to, you know, have this Emperor here and the Sun here sort of pushing you along. So I feel like it's like don't sort of sacrifice what you want, and enjoy the things that you want to enjoy as well. And you going forward from into this new sort of happiness, following whatever this is that's going to make you happy. I don't feel that anyone is going to be at a disadvantage around you, so you don't have to worry about others. But I'm kind of getting those vibes, and it's definitely inner child stuff again coming out for me, with the sun being here at the top, at the beginning. It's like this is letting go of you, letting your inner child kind of run free as well, and kind of escape the confines of what you've built up around you, or what you've always known. And it's like not the time for nostalgia, it's the time to kind of go forward and make new plans and things like that. So if it's holding you back, maybe is being in that comfort zone and not wanting to kind of upset any balance and upset the apple cart and things like that. That's what I feel I want to say there. So in terms of the good stuff, we got the Four of Cups. So again, all these cups, it's a very emotional time. But I feel you kind of, with the Emperor coming in the Sun, I think there's truth. You can see what the truth is for you, and you can go forward confidently to pursue it. And we have here what's positive is that if things have been a bit too safe, if things have been a bit too predictable, and it's okay, it's all right, but it's not really thrilling, it's not lighting you up as much as you would like it to, then what you need to focus on is looking out for new opportunities, being brave enough to kind of follow the dreams that you have, release that inner child, and go off and go forward towards the things that deep down are going to make you very satisfied. And it seems like it's time to stop sort of focusing on what you don't want and start focusing on what you do want, and help that to come towards you. And you have this cup here being presented, so rather than sort of worrying, staying in that comfort zone, not sort of daring to lift your head above the wall, it's time to get out there and follow that, pursue that thing that will make you the most happy, and have that like childish enthusiasm back for life again, because this is a card of boredom, amongst other things. This sort of like feeling dissatisfied, bored, uninspired, etc. And it's because you're in your comfort zone. You're looking at all the nitpicking maybe about all the things that aren't very exciting, instead of looking up and over the wall at things that might be really exciting out there waiting for you if you would just step outside. So the end card we've got is the Queen of Cups. So this could be various things, but what I'm going to do is, before we get into the outcome, I want to just see if this is relating to a person or the qualities you are going to be moving into. So let's see, why do we have the Queen of Cups here for pile 1, please? The Five of Cups. So yeah, it's 4 or 5. It's definitely giving me, with the Queen of Cups, it's not so much a person, it's just you basically, after you have come out of your comfort zone, start to look, follow that which will give you happiness, focus on that which is inspiring to you and is kind of calling to you. And it's got like this, the cups are not inspiring, it's not sort of filling you with glee on a daily basis. And then we have the Five of Cups here, which came out to clarify the Queen, and it's kind of making me feel like, well, driving that point home of leaving behind that comfort zone, leaving behind that stuff that is so, or it's okay, it's familiar, it's safe, but it's not what I really wanted for my life. It's all right, but it's not as, maybe it could be better out there. And it's this again, I feel like it's like don't sort of concentrate on the stuff that isn't coming out as you want, that isn't satisfying. It's time to turn around. You know, it's time to look up. It's time to turn around and see, you know, what is in store for you is going to be so much better, but you need to kind of step out of this comfort zone. I really keep wanting to say that, so that's kind of what I'm getting. And you know, the Emperor, the Sun, those are not cards of being stagnant, and they are not cards of being uninspired and unenthusiastic. I mean, the Emperor is just going to get things done and have a plan and go for it. And the Sun is obviously, this is pure joy, this is a freedom, victory, all that good stuff. So this is just on the other side of this, stepping through this doorway into, you know, the possibilities in the future. And, you know, really stop focusing on the, you know, they both got their heads down, they're both facing the past, and this is like making me feel like it is really time now to look up, see the opportunities, and go towards those things that will really inspire you and will really light you up. And then your outcome is then the Queen of Wands. So this is, I feel, you, where you have something that you really want to follow, you have that goal in mind, you have this eyes on the prize thing here. Yeah, this is a Queen of Cups who is very devoted to that which she holds dear. So you have this the Queen here with a very ornate cup. This is means the world to her, whether this is her children, her loved one, her work career, you know, her personal projects, whatever. This is something that is inspirational, is keeping her full of joy. You know, this is you after you look up and take that cup. Yeah. And it's having that passion and that devotion to something that is very fulfilling for you. So I feel that that's what's ahead for you in your outcome, and you know, ultimately then that is what is going to give you ultimate happiness, is if you feel like you are being true to yourself, what you want out of life, and what you do every day you wake up is a fulfilling, exciting and satisfying. And I think that is what is ahead, that is what is just the other side of your comfort zone. Okay, so that's what I got for you for that part 1. So let's, taking risks. Oh my god, see, coming out of your comfort zone. I didn't even really join up the dots there. Okay, so we're going to look in the book for taking risks, pile 1, and we'll just see what the book says for you regarding this card and see if this helps add to the reading so far. Okay, so let's see, let's have a little look, see where we're at. Taking risks. I'm going to read it out for you, alright? There we go. So in this card we've got the high plateau and the eagle soaring. Okay, a high plateau is a large flat area of land that's significantly higher than the landscape around it. The sides, at least one or two, are sheer and steep. These formations are typically caused by the upwelling of volcanic magma, tectonic movement, or even corrosion. Some indigenous people call these tablelands Tepui, which means house of the gods. When you stand at the edge of one of the sheer walls, you can feel that you are in the place of the gods. So this is what we need to know from this card, okay? When you draw this card, it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life, take some risks, face your fears, do things in a new and even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure will often succeed in a massive way later. And we've got this trophy, which, you know, we've got the Sun cards, you know, we've got the Emperor. So I think this ties in quite nicely with the tarot cards that came out for you today, pile 1. And I hope that you feel encouraged and inspired to really go after that, whatever it is that will make you truly happy deep down. because it's looking really good. So take some risks, as it says. Go for it, see what happens. And if you've enjoyed your reading today, I would really appreciate a like. A comment would be lovely. Love to see how you're doing. And if you can subscribe, pass the channel to others, that would be an amazing help. And yeah, I wish you all the best of luck. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Hiya, pile 2. You chose change, okay? This is your card. What we're going to do is we will put this to the side until the end of the tarot portion, and then we'll see if there's any correlation between the different types of cards, whether it's a new message, extended part of this particular message we're about to get, or you know, some extra advice just to guide you along your way. Okay, so let's see, pile 2, what have we got for your current energy? We're going to pull 4 cards. Okay, so it's your energy, what might be blocking you, what to focus on that's positive, and the outcome. So nice and straightforward. Hopefully we'll get a nice clean message for you today. So pile 2, your energy, is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, the area of like where you may be blocked or a bit challenged is the 4 of Pentacles. In terms of what you need to focus on, what the good stuff is to help drive this forward for you, we have got the Magician. Wow, can't get much better of a driving force than the Magician, so that's great. An outcome for you is the 3 of Cups. This is nice and straightforward. So yeah, I mean, things are changing. It could be with the 7 of Pentacles that you may have been being very patient. The 7 of Pentacles is all about patience, and you could be now at the point where you're taking stock and you're just deciding whether or not, you know, what you're doing. I mean, it could be job, it could be a variety of things. You know, it feels like it's a job situation, just because there are Pentacles here, but you know, it can be anything really. It just feels like you're weighing up the pros and cons of continuing on in the direction that you're going in, and whether or not, you know, the effort that you've been putting in and the hard work that you've been putting into this, whether it's a relationship, a job, personal project, all that good stuff, yeah, all of those things, whether your efforts are being are kind of going to come to fruition, and it's going to be worth all this work. And the 7 of Pentacles, this guy is basically doing that. He's weighing up whether or not it's worth it to continue in the down the road you're on right now, and you know, just continue to be patient, see, you know, and have this hopeful reward coming, or whether it's time to really look realistically at how much effort you're putting into something, what you're getting back out of it, and whether or not it's worth it. And if it's not really worth it, then it's time to change direction. So that's kind of the mood that I'm picking up from you with this particular card that's representing you today. Alright, so moving on, we've got in the area of where you might have challenges or have a blockage of some sort, we have the 4 of Pentacles. So this is kind of you're trying to protect yourself a little bit. It could be quite like a frightening prospect to change what you're doing. That's kind of been what you've been doing for a long time, and you just set in a groove. You know, it's kind of hard to kind of step out of it. But I mean, if you evaluate it in an honest way, you're going to know what's true for you going forward. You're going to know in your heart of hearts and what's practical about whether we drop the situation and change direction, or whether we persevere. Okay, and your fears, obviously, I'm feeling are to do with your security. So it's like, can I take the risk? Can I do this change? I mean, we have the change card here, you know, so it's sort of making me feel like, if it's, for example, career, it's making me feel like, you know, maybe this job you've been loyal, you've been working hard for years or however long, you put a lot of effort in and a dedication, but you're not getting that promotion, you're not getting the pay rises, you're not getting the perks that you were hoping for. It's like, I've put a lot of effort into this, when is it going to start paying off for me? And you know, it's like, I would never say go quit your job, you know, because you need to think about your security. And it's in the challenge position, so I think it's good to have a practical plan if going forward, if you do want to, say for example, change your job. You're going to have to live, you're going to have to pay your bills and eat and all those sort of things. So there's nothing wrong with being careful, planning, budgeting. You know, you've got this guy hanging on to his pentacles, is protecting all his, there's points of, you know, energy coming in and out, and he's trying to protect the flow and not have things flowing out too much. But I think if you have planned, if you're quite you seem, coming from the Seven of Pentacles energy, is someone who's very patient and very dedicated and will put in, you know, the bit by bit daily. So I don't feel like there's any problem with you being able to do this change, because you're going to be able to think of a plan. So changing this from, I'm scared of my security, what if I haven't got any money, what am I going to do, it's for me saying, you know, it's good to think of that, because if you plan things out carefully, if you budget everything out carefully, you can make that change for the better down the line without putting yourself out in the present moment. So I would say, yeah, make up a plan, do a budget, whatever it is you need to do along those kind of lines. Put your mind at rest, put something in place so that you can move forward with this change if you decide to. Okay, so what to focus on is amazing, because we have the Magician here, which is a very powerful major card compared to all these minors. Okay, so, and it's in what to focus on. Now the Magician takes an idea and channels it into reality. So if there's something that you want to do, if there's something that you feel, maybe if you feel like you're wasting your time with what you are doing, and maybe, you know, you have this idea or this thing that, you know, you could make a go of it because you're very, you know, you plan carefully, you know, I think you weigh up the pros and cons, and you have everything you need to do this. So for example, if this is a work reading and we're talking about you maybe turning something that you've been doing for hobbies into a business, and stepping away from a conventional job into your own business or something like that, or, you know, going for that job that you maybe you're not sure if you're going to get it, but you really want it. So it's kind of like, if you imagine what it is that you want to happen, and then when you go for it, if you have that in your mind of what outcome you want to have, then you're going to be so much more likely to succeed and have that success, because you're more than capable. With a Magician here, it's like you focus on what your strengths are, focus on what you can, you know, how lucky people are going to be to have you work for them, what you can bring to the table, yeah, and really believe that that's true, and have confidence in yourself that you have what it takes, because you absolutely do. And when we talk about what we're sort of projecting out as what we want, if you can focus on what you do want, rather than the sort of being struggling or having issues, if you focus on moving forward into something that you're going to be excelling at, that it's inspirational, it's fulfilling, it's profitable, you know, it's the Magician has all the tools with him, and it's just a matter of him then, you know, bringing all these ideas to life, bringing all this what he wants, his vision, down to earth and making it real. So that's kind of a really strong energy for you to focus on right now, is do the step, you know, have the dreams, have the goals, do a goal map. Okay, look up goal mapping and things like that. Have it prominently where you can see it. Take those little steps daily to get you to where you need to be, and focus on where you need to be. And it's like a racing driver, you know, they're focusing on where they want the car to go. So you need to look down the lane at what it is, look down the racetrack, what it is you're after, what it is you want to do and want to be, and focus on that, because you have all of the skills and you have all of the tools inside you to make this a success. And it just comes down to, you can see, can you see yourself succeeding? Can you fake it till you make it? You know, can you visualize in your head exactly how it's going to feel when you have this success? And then you are going to be able to move forward powerfully towards it. Okay, and then we have the outcome of the Three of Cups. So this is a lovely card of celebration. This is a card of, you know, maybe if it's a job, like a new team, new friends, being with people who really celebrate you, having fun times, happy times. So it's a really positive, a good card to get at the outcome. So let me just, I mean, I don't feel like I need to clarify this one much, to be honest, but I'll just get an extra little overall, like, why have we got the Three of Cups at the end for pile 2, please? The world. The world is opening up. Your world is going to open up. You are going to go out, and it's like you're leveling up. You're going to go through onto upgrade your character, you know, in a video game. It's like you're leveling up your skills. You're taking all that hard work, all the sort of results of your hard work. I'm trying to think what to say then. Results of your hard work, so all the skills that you've built up, all the you know, the reputation for hard work that you've built up, etc. Again, using the work analogy, but and you're going, you know, this era is over, and you're stepping into this whole new era with the Magician, where you're going to make this new era. You're going to make your life how you want it to be, and it's going to be as abundant, successful and happy as you visualize it's going to be. And you're going to go towards whatever you've got in your mind is what you're going to become. So you need to be careful how you think about this, because you really need to focus on why it is you want. And you know, you have the celebration, you have the world. So this is two really powerful majors of a whole new start that comes from within you, and you are the captain of your ship here. Yeah, you are the one that's going to decide whether we crash or whether we reach this amazing destination. So you need to be really focusing carefully on your thoughts, and directing your thoughts into the positive, and a positive future for yourself. And there's no doubt then that you will have that success. Okay, so let's look at change pile 2. Let's look at that card and read from the book what it says. Okay, so bear with me. And you know, they do tend to tie in with the tarot cards. So let's see what this one says for you today. Change. So we've got, if this card turns up, it's okay to change your mind. So when we were talking about the Seven of Pentacles, we were having an evaluation, and should we change direction? Should we drop this and try something new, or persevere? Okay, so it's okay to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. This is a time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. You create your own traditions. Yeah, you've got that power of creation with the Magician there, to create your own reality. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way, it doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select the meanings that empower you, for this is a time to be carefree, wild and unpredictable. and it looks like it's going to have a good result if you follow, you know, what your ideal life would be. I mean, it's great to have that dream because then it's motivating, but you can still do little steps every day. You know, it's all going to be pointing you in that good direction for success later on. Okay, so that's what I got for you, pile 2. I hope that was helpful to you. If you enjoyed your reading, I would really appreciate a like or a subscribe or a comment. But you know, this looks really good. The World and the Magician are really strong cards, and we have, you know, the second card. I mean, this is the first card, the first character that the 4 meet. So it's this number 1, and then the end of the major arcana is the World. So this is a full cycle thing. This has been something that's a long time coming. This is the end of an era where you're feeling a little bit like maybe there's more to life and I'm not really seeing it, and now it is time to definitely go out there and make it happen for yourself, and you won't be sorry. Okay, so thank you very much for watching all the way to the end, part 2. I wish you luck with this. It looks really great, and hopefully see you again one day soon. Bye bye. Hi pile 3, this is your reading if you chose the illumination card. What we'll do is we will put this card in the corner, and then when we've done the tarot portion, we'll have a look and see whether this has a message for you that's complimentary or something a bit extra to go along with today's cards for you. Okay, so I'm going to pull out 4 cards, and this is a sort of a quick snapshot type reading of what maybe something that's on your mind, or just a general gist of what's going on with you. And we're going to start today with the card that is representing you and your energy coming into this reading. Okay, so let's see what we get for you. Okay, we've got you represented by the 8 of Pentacles. All right, and what is perhaps, and what is maybe holding pile 3 back? What is something of a challenge for pile 3 at the moment, please? The 4 of Swords. And then we're going to look at something positive. So whatever card turns up in this placement, this is a positive, something to focus on. So this is all the good stuff that you need to shift your attention to. And I have got Judgment for you, which is quite powerful. And then we have got an outcome card coming up next. So what the situation is that you're thinking about, maybe what's important to you right now. This is going to be the outcome for you. And I've got the Moon. And I'm going to get a clarifier on that one, because the Moon is kind of not really giving us a straight answer. So it could be that it's just for you to discover going forward. But we'll look at the reading now. We'll look at all your cards and we'll see what we can find out for you. So this is, you know, you have 2 majors here. So it's quite a significant time, I feel. You are coming from a place of having worked really hard, building up skills. If this is something to do with work, or you know, it's certainly about putting in that quality, consistent effort into something, whatever this is ringing true for you for. So yeah, it's definitely seeing you as being quite dedicated to making something work, to giving your best to what the situation, and working really hard to get what you want out of life and get what you need, and you know, just generally kind of really focusing on your part that you play in this scenario. Okay, and we have here the 4 of Swords in the challenge, which I just feel quite simply could be that you're burning yourself out a little bit because you're doing too much. You're taking on too much responsibility maybe, If it's work, especially, maybe you're the person that brings in the biggest income or the only income into the household. You could be trying to establish yourself a business, etc. So it feels like you could get more done in the long run if you make time to have breaks, and incorporate some self-care. Obviously you're very driven for what you're doing and you're very determined, but also it's very important to rest and regroup as well, so that you can go on to fight again another day, you know, and you can have more stamina and things like that. Overall, it's not so much about, it's not giving up, it's just a kind of regrouping and healing in that. So if you have been putting a lot of effort into something and been working really hard on something, I feel that it is here just to remind you to take time out to recover and recuperate, so that you can go forward and, you know, get all the good stuff coming to you and enjoy it as well. In terms of the good stuff, we've got Judgment. So this is a very significant card. It just is kind of like leveling up, basically rising to a challenge, rising to, you know, the next phase of your life, and bringing with you the good stuff and dropping away anything that is no longer propelling you to your success and your happiness. So it's time to kind of wake up and see, you know, where it is you want to go next, and forward planning and things. So maybe, you know, working hard is one thing, but, you know, have you got a new direction that you want to go in? Have you got something that you like to achieve that will be like a milestone for you in life, things like that? So I feel like is basically saying it's a really good time to think about that, to think about your life purpose, why you're here, what you want to do going forward from now. How are you going to use all the skills that you've built up to create the lifestyle or the life that you desire? So it's kind of a time to think about that bigger picture and move forward with our plan of action of how you're going to kind of move into that new level for yourself. The outcome we've got is the Moon. So this is really, you know, it's about having, you have mountains in these two cards here. So there is achievements that you can attain out there when you know, decide on the path forward for yourself, you know, what's true for you going forward. And this is just basically this whole new world that's going to open up for you with these pillars here quite wide apart. So it's like, it's a whole new chapter. You're coming out from the level that you have been and emerging into this whole new era. And, you know, the road ahead is not going to be predictable because this is new territory you're stepping into, but you are capable of this. You are capable of attaining that success. You have the sun in behind the moon. You have these blessings coming down, and it's just a question of, you know, using all that experience that you've built up and all that skill, knowledge to go forward now. Follow the path that you've set for yourself when you have the judgment moment, and, you know, believe in that success that's at the end of this, you know, road here going into the mountains is definitely attainable. So I said attainable a lot today, sorry. So yeah, I think that's what I'm getting here, and it's, you know, it kind of uncharted territory. It's a mystery. It's like yet to be known. So what I will do is I will maybe get a clarifier, and we'll just see if we can get any clues about what this could be about. Okay. The Page of Wands here. So it feels like this is a whole new, forging a new path. I mean, the Page of Wands, it's about feeling very kind of enthusiastic and willing to kind of roll with it and have a sense of adventure. And have the wands here, you're going to be blazing a path on this new level of life, this new era of life you're going to be rising up into, this new challenge. And it's kind of like going forward with that sense of adventure rather than being frightened, worried about changes and things. Having that sort of faith in yourself and your skills and things like that, and enjoying the adventure as it unfolds. And you're going to be resourceful, and you're going to be able to kind of roll with it, and you have a plan in mind, with being practical. Eight of Pentacles at the beginning. So I feel if you're sticking to your plan, then you're going to achieve that success, and it's just to go forward and enjoy the journey as you travel through this road. And interesting that we have illumination, because the moon is illuminating the path, guiding the traveler through. So it's like, just keep your eye on what you're going for in the future, and how you get there is not necessarily that something that you need to know right now. You don't need to know every single step right now. Just go forward with a sense of adventure and excitement, anticipate the good stuff as you go forward into this new era of life. So I've got the illumination card here for pile 3 now, so let me look in the book and we'll see what it says, if there's anything to add, or an extra little message on the side to complete your reading. Okay, so let's see. We got mist, so it's like, it's a little mysterious. It's uncharted territory in the illumination card. So it's a mist swirling upward, and you've got the mystic veil. So it's like what's not unseen realms. So it's kind of similar to the moon in a way. It's like, well, this is a whole new big expansive upgrade, and you don't know it all yet, and you're going to just learn as you go, and enjoy the journey as you go, and not be afraid to kind of make mistakes. And the Page of Wands stays optimistic, stays energized, and just go, keeps trying and keeps moving forward. And this is, I feel, what we've got as a message for you to going through into this new phase, where things might not be familiar, but it's it's not that that's a problem. You're going to be able to cope with anything that comes along. So the sacred landscape wants you to know the upward spiraling mists rising into the mountains suggest that those in the realm of spirit, your spirit protectors, ancestors and guardians, are close at hand, assisting you on your upward journey of illumination. Interesting that we had the Judgment card, because this is a spiritual being calling you into action. I think it's Gabriel, but he's like calling these people to come out, step out of their old lives into their new life, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is the link up, if you like, between these two decks. So let's see, what else do we have here? They are protecting you and supporting you. Your spiritual life is expanding by leaps and bounds. Even if you can't see what's ahead, spirit is close at hand. If you draw this card, trust your heart and what you feel more than what you see and think, and you will be guided in a wondrous new direction. Well, there you are. You are being called. It is a mystery, but it's about the journey. It's about going forward with enthusiasm into this new adventure, and not being afraid. But you have skills. You wouldn't have this judgment time coming in if you weren't ready. You're more than ready. So you are fully prepared, and it is time now to expand your world, go out there and do something that is going to be really uplifting, fulfilling, challenging, but it's going to be for your growth and your abundance down the line. So that is what I've got for you, pile 3. I hope that was useful to you. If you enjoyed your reading, I really appreciate a like. A comment would be lovely. Love to see what you think about the reading, and also if you want to subscribe, that's a massive help for the channel, as it's only tiny at the moment. And if you want to pass on any of my videos to anybody who you feel might benefit, then please do so. I would love to have them come and get some guidance and help, and that's one of the things that I like the best, is knowing that somebody feels a bit better after one of my videos. So I appreciate you watching, and thank you very much indeed, again, watching all the way to the end. Good luck. This is an exciting time for you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Bye bye.